Let's start in Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. Genesis 1:26, and the verse is well known, Naseh Adam b'tzelmenu kidmutenu. So literally, let us make man in our image according to our.
Christian Trinitarians assert that since God speaks of himself using the plural verb na'aseh, which can mean either to make or to create, that this necessitates a plurality within the Godhead. In reality, the plural wording is employed to establish the supremacy of God. This is why you find examples of those with authority speaking in the plural. The reason that this specific language form is used in relation to the creation of man, but no other species, is to teach us that as mankind we were created with the ultimate obligation in recognizing God as the ultimate and only source of authority, and no one else. Therefore, the plural of God's supremacy is attributed uniquely to the creation of man. In Genesis 29:27, Lavan bargains with Jacob, employing the plural verb v'nitna, and we shall give you. The issue for Trinitarians is, nowhere in the surrounding verses does the text establish that Jacob was bargaining with anyone else besides Lavan. Why then does Lavan use the plural verb we? Scripture clearly establishes that Lavan could have only been speaking about himself. In 1 Samuel 28:14-15, the singular prophet Samuel is risen up from the ground. The woman describes Samuel's ascent from death using the plural verb, olim, literally translating as they ascended. She could have used the singular form of olim, alei, found in Genesis 35:1 regarding Jacob's ascension to Bethkel, but instead she employs the plural verb that is found in Genesis 28:12, describing the many angels ascending and descending in Jacob's dream, concluding the plural verbs can be attributed to singular entities, with them still remaining singular. Instead of actually dealing with these responses, Christians will just cite the opinions of secular academics, which hold to the plural of majesty being a 12th century innovation. Bearing in mind, these are the very same academics and biblical scholars which seek to discredit any form of monotheism from within the Bible, as they seek to prove the Bible is inherently polytheistic in nature, something the Christian very much so rejects. In reality, the opinions of the academics are built basically upon their own atheistic presuppositions, as we find that knowledge of the plural majesty was very much established in the days of the Geonim, the sages which reigned in Iraq from the 5th until the 10th century. As Rav Sadigon brings down in the Monos Videos, he said, "Let us make man," in the plural form, as this is the manner of greatness and honor, as it is customary in the Hebrew language, where a king, a minister, or a noble says, "We commanded, we said, we did."